What's going on, guys? And welcome back to the Edison Club podcast. I'm your host, Mike, joined tonight by two of my co-hosts, Austin Deckard, aka Enraged Peacock.
Yo, yo.
As well as Ethan Slaughter, aka Radislad.
What's up? I'm stuffing my face.
and tonight we have two very special guests. We've been trying to get this one recorded for a couple weeks now. Why don't you two go ahead and introduce yourselves? Whichever one of you would like to go first.
I think Grandpa Gorz should go first.
All right, Grandpa Gorz, go ahead. His time is limited.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Trenton, aka Gorz. I've been in the Yu-Gi-Oh community for 20 plus years now, and I had the pleasure of co-hosting the MWEC with Bob the Gamer here. It was a ton of fun. I had a blast. Great event, great people, and I've known Ethan for going on 5 years now, and I've been wanting to hop on the podcast for a minute. We've been talking about it, so it's great to be here.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely glad to have you here. Bob, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys? Bob the Gamer here. Had to throw my cool intro in there that no one else has ever thought of. For the record, Trenton, it was my pleasure to do the MWEC with you. That was super fun commentary. Peacock roasted us the entire time in chat, even though I literally hunted down every single person that they wanted. And no, man, it was just a good time. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh on and off ever since I was able to get Yada locked off of Chaos Emperor Dragon. So
wow, okay.
That's probably my favorite part of Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's wild. That's a crazy take. I love getting Yada locked. That's the best part of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
some sadomasochism there.
So the way that we normally start these things is normally the first question that we ask is, how did you get into Yu-Gi-Oh? But I kind of feel like that question has been overdone, like to the same extent as watching Uncle Ben get shot at the start of every Spider-Man movie. So we're actually going to just...
Bob would just say, I got Yada locked, and I was hooked. You know,
I saw the commercial for the Legend of Blue Eyes pack, and I was hooked.
There you go. There you go. And most Yu-Gi-Oh players' origin is like very similar. Like it's always like, you know, the playground, hiding your cards, you know, during school lunch and stuff like that. It's almost always the same thing.
Yeah, it's like everyone literally had the exact same experience if you were born in this like relative age group, and then it just
I don't know the amount of times that I've mentioned mine about like finding my fucking first deck in a Aunt M's chicken spin rack gas station. It's a little weird.
That is so crazy. So how did you guys get into Edison format?
So I guess I'll start.
Yeah, go ahead and start, Bob.
Funny story. So I have so my girl, who I've been with for going on 4 years, she introduced me to her friend group, and one of her friends still played Yu-Gi-Oh. He played Modern or Advanced or whatever, you know, the new kids play. And so he and I, anytime we would hang out like with the friend group or whatever, he and I would sit down and we would BS like almost exclusively about Yu-Gi-Oh. Like we would go into a corner, make out, and when we were done, we would talk about Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, right?
Oh yeah, sounds like a good time.
Yeah, he would tell me about all the crazy formats, and and that's kind of how I got back into it. And I was like, I tried Advance, I played Master Duel, and I was like, this is crazy. This is not what I grew up with. And my roommate, actually, his name's Rob, he said, hey man, I found this thing called Edison format. That sounds kind of cool. And I was like, that's probably stupid. So, you know, eventually he brought it up again and we looked into it, and I've been playing ever since.
That's awesome. That's a really good origin for Edison. I like the part about making out in the corner.
Yeah,
that was
so funny.
I'm just imagining. I'm just imagining him in the corner being like, yeah, so I sold my car to buy this Teledad deck. That's another format we can talk about. Do you want to make out?
Yeah, that's how you got to get him with the moves, just like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Telling women I play Yu-Gi-Oh has always worked for me. Just be honest about it.
Hey, same here.
Oh,
same here.
You either get the best. Oh my God, what is that?
Dude, somebody just got electrocuted. Who equipped amplifier?
Dude, I thought that was straight up Perry the Platypus in here. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, we got everyone that's listening awake now.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Some kind of feedback.
Either, but Gorz isn't saying anything, so I think he's dead now.
Yeah, Gorz got hit by lightning.
It wasn't me. For sure.
Lightning vortex has been activated.
Would that wipe all of us? Nobody has a Book of Moon because nobody plays it.
Card's great.
I'm a big fan of Book of Moon.
I love that card. Book of Moon's so awesome.
Big fan.
Best artwork. The artwork is phenomenal.
Yeah. Gorz, how did you get into Edison format?
So I was a pretty avid GOAT player for a long time. I still play a lot of GOAT. It's actually my preferred of the two formats.
Oh, cool.
Just because I kind of started my tournament journey in that era. So
nice. But I've recently been learning GOAT myself.
It's a ton of fun. It's a higher learning curve for sure in terms of like sequencing than Edison, but there is a little bit more blowouts than Edison, I would say.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yep. But one day I was playing at a shop down in Georgia, and somebody brought up Edison format, and they were talking about it, and the cards they were talking about were not Edison cards. They were talking about like post-Infernity format. Like they were talking about Spore, they were talking about Glow Up Bulb, like pre-Tengu.
Yeah, they're like, people are crazy. Why does no one play Spore?
I was like,
no.
Well, they were talking about a format that they weren't educated on. They thought it was a different era. And I immediately was like, I will never touch Edison, because I was like, I'm not playing in that format again. And then when I finally did my own research and looked at what people were playing in Edison, I was like, oh, this format's actually pretty good. And I also grew up like here in Michigan. And as a kid, like our local celebrity was like Ray Dye and Jeff Jones. So like, I remember when Jeff won SJC Edison was like my third or fourth weekend at my local shop. At the time it was called Collectible Investments. So I remember seeing that and seeing like the plant deck that nobody knew about because everybody was on like versions of Synchro Cat at our local. And then there was a guy, his name was Paul Blair. He used to play a lot with Jeff, and they kind of made this like skill drain dad deck for the event before that. And then he was like, yo, we should be playing this Lone Fire Blossom deck. It's pretty cool. And then that was like the last anyone had ever heard of it. And then out of nowhere, Jeff wins SJC Edison with Dandy Warrior. Which was
Lone Fire is in fact cool.
It is cool. It is really cool.
Checks out.
I always hated the name Dandy Warrior too.
For the record, I wish Spore was in Edison, but Glow Up Bulb would definitely be
negate.
Bro, please.
But like, it's such a cool card.
Yeah, give me Glow Up Bulb and Edison. I love to stack Wolf with Plague, then mill for Bulb. Chef's kiss.
Yeah, I think Bulb is too much.
Yeah,
Bulb is so much, bro.
Yeah, Bulb recently just went back to 3 in Modern. I'm just curious how long it'll be before it gets banned again. It seems like every couple of years they're like, oh, let's just ban Glow Up Bulb. You know, it's tradition.
Yeah,
I think that was how
it's just tradition to do so.
Yeah, didn't they just bring back one of the rank 1s as well? Like they're giving them more rank 1s when Glow Up Bulb is just like, oh, I'm free.
Yeah, Link Karibo got unbanned, and then they put Glow Up Bulb to 3. But I don't know. I play a lot of Advanced too, and it really isn't going to affect a lot. There's just so much power creep.
Yeah, yeah, because it was originally banned the previous time because of Halka Fibrax, I believe, right?
Yeah, it was originally banned because of Hulk. There is some pretty cool interactions with Zodiac now, so you can end on like Drident Naturia Beast and like the Ryziel board. So, but you have to like sequence it properly.
Yeah, that makes
and like
sense.
there's also routes where you're not able to synchro summon in the same turn, so sometimes it's a brick. A lot of people have just decided to either run Glow Up Bulb or play the Ryziel, but there were some lists initially that were doing both just for the Nat Beast into certain matchups.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well,
Nat Beast was
Gorz
so far ahead of its time.
Gorz here is selling himself short, though. He's a cut above the rest. You know, he has this power where he like doesn't go by a ban list. Because let me tell you about this story.
Hold on. I was new to Edison.
All right, so Nats 2023. Hold on, sorry, I'm rubbing my beard very intelligently. And I sit down and I play with Gorz here. You know, I drop my ulti plague spreader on the floor, dent it in the corner, whatever. That did happen. So unfortunately,
Forgot about that. That's the best part of the story.
And we're rolling for whatever. He's playing gadgets. I'm like, oh, cool. This is cool. Whatever. He goes, activate limiter removal. I'm like, yeah, cool. He goes, next turn, activate limiter removal. I was like,
you actually weren't the one that caught it. It was the guy sitting next to you that had all the Edison decks.
Yes,
he caught it. He was like, wait, did you activate a second limiter? And he didn't even catch it till I fanned my graveyard.
Hold on, wait. He's talking about Cameron. He's talking about Cameron from the Time Wizard chat.
Oh God, Cameron.
Yeah, he was talking about Cameron because Cameron was sitting right next to us. Because in the video that Trenton posted on his YouTube, like we're playing or whatever, and you pan over to Cameron, and he like opens that stupid like plastic clear Dollar General fucking box that he has with all the decks that are unsleeved.
Yep.
And he's so happy about it. But yeah, no, he dropped the second limiter, and I was like, wait,
sir?
Hold on. No.
Gorz saw a gadget list and he was like, people are crazy for only playing one limiter. I'm playing 3 of this thing.
Yeah, it sure as hell makes that deck a lot better.
Hey, I can't say anything. My first 3 Edison tournaments I played in, I was like, why do people only side double decree in Lightsworn? I'm playing triple. So I played triple decree for a minute until like finally
nobody noticed.
I milled the third one in like a free play game. And they're like, hey, you know that's a 2, right? And I'm like, oh, no. Sorry.
No, I was teaching someone to play Heroes in Edison maybe like 3 months ago. They were like, oh, I'm so glad I can play Heroes in an old format. I'm really tired of Modern and just getting sacked, and I hate the Absolute Zero isn't as great as it used to be. Anyway, I'm going to add my second copy of Stratos to my hand. I was like,
oh no, a man's trying to play Airblade Turbo. You need to chill.
For real. I was like, okay, did you look at the list at all? Like, did you look at the Forbidden Limited list for this time? It's like, yeah, Stratos is at 3. I'm like, no, never. What are you guys' favorite decks in Edison format? You can do like top 2 favorite decks because I know sometimes it's hard to pick one. X-Saber's awesome. Big fan of X-Saber too.
It's my favorite deck of all time. I always have a list for it, no matter what format.
Secret Emmer's Blades, man. Secret Emmer's Blades go so hard.
90% of me and his conversations at Greenville Regionals will be 5 minutes of just talking about X-Sabers.
It will.
X-Saber's getting new support.
It is.
It's trash.
And it's playable in Edison, apparently. Yeah. We're just gonna.
Technically, that's sort of true because from what I hear, and I don't know if it's true, they're redoing a lot of the stuff. Like they're going to be doing theoretically Secret Fall Troll, which would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
They're also looking at reprinting Saberhole, which is kind of sad because I have 2 extras and I wouldn't have minded offloading them.
Yeah, those cards need reprinting.
Might be a good idea to get rid of them.
This is a first. It's no longer Enraged Peacock right now. It's Silenced Peacock at the moment.
Yeah, this is the most quiet he's ever been. Enraged is just always in everyone's live chat just yapping for hours.
Bro, I'm like, okay.
I was loving the Enraged Peacock vibe in our chat. Enraged Peacock was keeping the chat engaged.
He does, man. He does such a good job.
I was watching I was watching Fraser's stream the other night, and I was asking him things. People were asking him things. I look and see Peacock, and he's like number 2 on his leaderboard for the chat. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, he has the most points out of everybody, except for like one other person.
Professional yapper.
100%. And it made me sad because I was actually, Trenton reached out to me to be a commentator for the MWEC, and I wanted to do it so bad, and I almost made it work last minute, but it
didn't happen.
Too much money in too little time.
Yeah.
I had just gotten the okay to bring someone in, so I hit you up. I hit up Panda Man Yu-Gi-Oh! And they had already brought Bob in by the time I had hit up Panda Man. And then me and Bob had never met before, and I don't think either of us had seen either of each other's content, but we ended up working. We had a really good vibe. Everybody was really appreciative of the stream and the content that we had.
Yeah, the stream was awesome.
Who Bob was. I had no clue who Bob was till just the other day when I first had a conversation with him. And let me gas him up really quick. Super down to earth, super easy to talk to, and just straight just the nicest freaking dude, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
This episode brought to you by Bob Incorporated. I paid off all these guys.
It's like Moneyberg, dude.
No, bro, he's like he posts a picture of a girl. I really want to get with this girl. All the comments. Well, I remember when you saved me from that burning fire when I was 6 years old. I really
thank you for pulling over and helping my wife give live birth on the side of the road.
Thank you for looking away when I mind crushed you, and because I knew exactly what you had in hand.
You know what? I'm going to say it. Bob.
Yeah, what's up,
Pete? 2028 for president.
Oh, 100%.
Bob the gamer for president. I wouldn't wish that on him.
Make Yada great again.
Make Yada
great again.
Hey, you can play Yada in advanced if you wanted to.
You definitely can.
I want to play Yada in politics, dog.
I remember when that card first got unbanned, I was like, can you cook like Yada with Moon Mirror Shield? And I was like, nah.
Dude.
I wanted to, though.
That list that Yada got unbanned, we got Change of Heart back. Yep. We got like a bunch of crazy shit, that list. That was the list we got Colossus back, I believe. I was like screaming in my local game store that day. I was like, no,
you're running around. You're like, thank you, Bob.
No, dude, listen, because freaking Flunder at the time was like, oh, we can search Yada with this weird level 4 fucking wing beast that we have that no one's going to play, but only we're going to play this locally and torture you people.
Yeah.
So
Yada's a fiend, though.
Do what?
Yada's a fiend.
No, I know Yada's a fiend, but there's this freaking level 4 wing beast that can search it out.
Yeah, I can search wind monsters. Yeah, they were using, I think it's called Kujaku. Here, I'm on Kujaku right now.
Kujaku, there we go.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, they were using Kujaku to search the Yada and then trying to Yada lock people that way.
I'm like, no, stop it. No, go away. Stay in the past.
Yeah.
For my channel, there was a YouTube short I had uploaded, and it was with Trickstar Reincarnation and Disturbance Strategy and Trap Trick, and then the Kujaku and Yada Garasu. So you would just try to hit the Droll Lock combo with Disturbance Strategy and Reincarnation, and then summon Yada, swing, and lock them out of the game.
So you're the one who caused the 56 copies of DB1 Disturbance Strategy to get bought out of my TCG player store. Got it.
Probably. That was probably me. I think it's crazy, like, now that my channel's grown to the where it was, like, earlier this year, I caused a couple of buyouts. Like, I was like, dude, there's no way I've actually caused a buyout. I caused the Light and Darkness Dragon Lord buyout that happened. I had done that inadvertently by posting my deck list in a group chat, and then a couple of YouTubers posted my deck list on theirs, as well as my channel having it. And like the next day after I uploaded that, and I seen that they had also uploaded it, Light and Darkness Dragon Lord was like $10-15, and it was like 25 cents like the week before. Yeah. So it's crazy.
Definitely. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yo, you're good.
That is definitely something that I've noticed about Edison players is, I think at least for a lot of us, we have like damn near everything, right? Rarity, whatever it is, right? But we have damn near everything playable. So when something like new or hot hits the scene, it's like, maybe I should pick that up just in case I ever want to cook with it. Like you said, this collection of stuff of like 7,000 decks, and it's like, yeah, I'll just main this one. It's fine. And they just
and also most of those cards have had so many prints over the years too. Like there's only a select handful of cards that are still like gate kept by like just the one like printing of it too, which has always been nice.
Yeah,
Saberhole, like we were
talking about. Iron Chain Dragon. I'm gonna say it.
Iron Chain. Yeah. Hey, I got another one for you. Gatling Dragon. Been looking at buying that guy for Reasoning Gate for Goat. Card's $20 for a common.
Yep,
I know. It's ridiculous. It's so
funny.
Ridiculous.
I actually I don't remember if I sent it to Mike. I thought I did. So I bought a bunch of like just random like commons from my local the other day with credit. And one of the ones I found was Claw Reacher. If you guys remember that, it's an old vanilla from like the Yugi starter deck. It is the oldest card that has never had a reprint. It's only had one printing and is in the starter deck Yugi in 2002. Fun.
Which card?
Claw Reacher. It's like reaching like.
Oh yeah.
It's got like metal arms and like a weird like purple.
Thing. Yeah, it's also like the only place it's printed is in the Yugi starter deck. Like he had said when I was building my Lob cube, because I have a Legend of Blue Eyes cube, I was like, dude, why is this card $5?
Bro, he said Lob, and I was like, what?
Dude, I love Cube Draft, by the way. Like that.
Cube Draft is so much fun.
Favorite way to play it. I love it.
Oh my god!
So
I
my
adore
Legend
it.
of Blue Eyes cube is 4 of every card from starter deck Yugi, 4 of every card from starter deck Kaiba, and then 4 of every card from Legend of Blue Eyes. And all the fusion monsters are in the main deck options. You can just main deck them if you want. I think we're getting some feedback from Bob there.
So he is the one with the playable Raigeki in Edison.
Because he's got the electric personality, dude.
That makes sense.
Makes him a great pick for president.
So then all the fusion monsters are in there in poly. I just took polymerization. It's the only card that's not included. And then you can just main deck all the fusion monsters that are in those sets. And then I also included the promos from the first video game. So Graceful Dice, Skull Dice, and Exchange of Spirit.
That's cool.
Dude, I want to resolve Skull
Or
Dice.
exchange,
Are you
exchange,
kidding
exchange.
me? I would love to resolve Skull Dice in 2025. Let's go.
Bro, the drafting it feels so impactful when you combo it with reinforcements on your lodge in and they swing with the summon skull and you actually hit like 3 or higher. It feels so great.
Oh my god, I love that you just described an exact scenario.
What was the first Yu-Gi-Oh game?
It wasn't the first one, but the first one with promos was Eternal Duelist Soul.
Okay, because I thought in my head canon, I thought Forbidden Memories was the first one that had promos. Yeah. But I could be wrong. I don't know the timeline.
So I think
in fact with that, go ahead.
Real quick, let me double check that.
I think Forbidden Memories was second because I think Exchange, Skull Dice, and Graceful Dice were the first ones, or we're just insane, and it was actually SDD.
Yeah, the DDS was the first one with promo. Those cards are already in the cube pool.
Okay,
because they're all in lob.
Yeah, no, I was just curious because like my actual favorite card of all time is the Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon from Forbidden Memories. Like I think it's one of the coolest artwork. So,
yeah, that one's really cool.
Like that era of Yu-Gi-Oh gets mentioned, I'm like, man, it's so bad, but it looks so cool.
It is. It's a really cool looking card.
It's like my 4th favorite card of all time. I love that card to death. It is great. The Japanese version with the extended text box is fire.
Dude, I go hard on the Gen 1 text boxes. My Sinister Serpent, my base are super rare, and they've got that Gen 1 text box layout. Like,
they look sick.
I love the Kaiku like that.
So Forbidden Memories did come out first. I don't know why I don't have it in the cube. Oh, I think it's because Metal Morph was like really putting in work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense.
I know I have so many just random obscure facts over the years. I was like, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm like, in my head I thought for sure Forbidden Memories was right. So
yeah, I think I went off first GBA game for whatever reason.
That's still cool. Like I love the idea of an LOB cube draft.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun. I highly recommend it. It's actually fairly cheap to do as well because of the reprints that they did.
Oh yeah.
I think it cost me like $90 to do 4 of everything.
Oh wow, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Of course, I had a question regarding when you guys commentated. I'm going to ask him the same thing when he does come back, whenever he fixes his feedback issue.
Yeah.
But what was like the most exciting match you did that day?
I think for me it was zombies. For me, it was the zombie matchup. It was really cool to watch. The zombie player was also really big brained. He was playing like turns ahead. He did really good. I believe he was a Chicago player as well. And it was pretty incredible seeing someone play zombies and be 5-0, but then he had the 5-0 curse. So it's like it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, the 5-0 curse is rough.
Yep.
It was Spencer. Was it Holbrook? I might be making that up.
I think it was Spencer. I believe you're correct.
Spencer something out of Chicago. Yeah,
he was really solid player. That was probably my favorite matchup to watch. I am a huge avid zombie player. Like zombies is probably my 3rd favorite archetype of all time. And it was really cool seeing someone pilot it at that level and like not mess playing and really reading his opponent. I think him having knowledge of his opponent and like having played against him before really helped him in that matchup, but it was still really cool to see.
I just like seeing zombies on
super
stream.
Intuitive deck. Yeah, it's like it's not a very linear deck too. Like it's a really hard deck to like play and like pilot really optimally too. So it's really cool to see whenever someone really goes off, you see like, wow, they actually are going off. You know what I mean?
Right. I think I think that's like the truth for all toolbox decks. I think that's why it took so long for Gladiator Beast to see success in the Edison format circuits, because it was seeing a few fringe tops, but it started topping more consistently in the last couple of years. And I think that's because they've really figured the deck out in terms of like ratios and when you should do X, Y, or Z, especially in the value matchup, because the value matchup, like if you misplay in that matchup, you're dead. Like you have to sequence and read pretty incredibly in order to play GB at that level.
Yeah, sure. No, it's like
true at the same time where. Go ahead.
It's like my least favorite thing to go against, but Mike has been helping me a lot with that recently. He was kind of just letting me know it's not complicated. It is straightforward. You either give all you got and like just push, and they can't deal with it, or if they can, then you weren't meant to win that game anyway.
Yeah,
that's helped me.
I got really, so jaded.
Look at it.
I got on this tangent for a while that Lightsworn could not beat GBs no matter what, and I just ranted 95-5 matchup GB favor until I finally just sat down and just grinded. And shoutouts to Johnson Boss and Chase Simpson, because I played with those guys so much that now, like, I feel like the matchup, and in my experience, has been 50-50 unless you're playing Twilight, and then I don't think I ever lost a single game to GBs when I was on Twilight. It just felt so one-sided. That was out of probably 30 plus matches.
Well, if they don't see War Chariot, Caius feels like a death sentence as a GB player. Like,
yeah,
it's tough. It's really tough.
And if they're playing the Prisma build, you have main deck Crows for that too.
Right, exactly. Because Twilight is just one of those decks where it's like, it's not like you're playing Lightsworn, you're playing Light Dark Toolbox.
Exactly.
Like, all the Lightsworn picks you have are just utility pieces to out certain things, and then you have your DD Crows, and like you said, and the Caiuses handle the rest of all the matchups that maybe the Lightsworn pieces don't cover. And in the Glad Beast matchup, like if they don't see that War Chariot, Twilight is just going to run them over.
Yeah.
In like pure Lightsworn, like they need to just stick the Ready Ari, and they need to make sure to protect it. But a lot of players are kind of bad at that tag out management when they're playing the deck.
Yeah, and with Twilight too, it's hard for them to have a response to everything. Like I've had turns where I'm like, summon Chaos Sorcerer, trying to banish, and like War Chariot, and like summon Dark Armed, attempt to pop, and they're like Solemn, and like summon JD, nuke the field. Like that kind of sequencing happens pretty frequently in that matchup, honestly.
Right, between all the draw power that the deck has and like the deck thinning. And most lists are on at least a singular, if not two copies of Monster Reincarnation.
Yep.
And like, there's a lot of worlds where you can just play around everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reincarnation opens up so many pathways. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like you don't even realize it until you're like, oh, I could do this and then do this and add back this, and then that plays around that. Like,
yeah,
when I started playing that card in Twilight, I was like, dude, this is nuts. Why don't more people play this? Like, I know it's slow in like other decks, but in that deck, it's such a power card.
Right. 100%. I recently took Twilight Zombie to my locals and ended up getting top 4 with it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude, it felt really strong. Like I really do think it's a sleeper build. And I was on main deck Zombie Worlds, by the way.
Oh my god.
Makes Doom Kaiser Dragon insane.
Dude, it was nuts. So not even just the Doom Kaiser, just like Zombie Master, bring back Lumina.
Oh yeah.
Like what? Yeah. Yeah, it was cracked. Like I summoned Mistworm every single match. Like not every game, but every match.
Summon their own Caius and stuff to crack back either.
Yes, exactly. So. Like I played against Vayu, and like the guy's only out was literally Caius. Like that was it. And like he had to committed BrainCon for getting the Zombie World, and he was like, yeah, it didn't even matter like if I BrainCon because he didn't have a tuner. So he like all he had was BrainCon Caius, and I was like, yeah, you're locked out, bro. Which normally, Brain Caius, it was on the bingo board. Like that's like one of the worst things you could see on the other side of the field.
Let me tell you guys a really quick story. This is hilarious. Normally for Lightsworn, I don't really consider Zombie World to be an issue, but it's round 1 at YCS Indy, and Ethan knows where I'm going because he knows this story. And I play against zombies, and this guy, he was on like some real 2010s technology, like the Red Eyes Zombie Dragon and all those cards. Well, when he summoned Red Eyes Zombie Dragon, I was like, I'm good. Like this is just some random guy. Well, we end up in game 3, and he summons Dark Armed. I have Arcus and a Threatening Roar with a Celestian hand. He has Dark Armed with one other card in his hand. That's it. So obviously he tries to attack a Threatening Roar. I'm like, yeah, game's over. Like this is a wrap. Till he goes into main phase 2 and activates Zombie World, and I can't tribute for my Celestia to clear the dark arms, and he kills me. And I was like, man, like I've never lost in that way before.
Listen,
I was sick.
If you could have seen Michael's face, dude.
I was so upset. It didn't ruin my day though. I won the next 6 rounds. Unfortunately, I lost the 7th one, but yeah.
Hey, you pulled a Starlight. You already won the day. Okay?
I did. I pulled a Starlight, a Rise Heart, which was banned, but it was still like $80. So we take that.
I think it was round 4 or round 5 at RBT Denver 2 weekends ago now, whatever it was. So it was round 5, and it was a guy who's also from Missouri, which was kind of cool. But he was playing Diva Hero, so I'm like, well, I'm already about this. And I was playing, Dream Frog that I played. Well, he sided into Zombie World and like a Zombie Master, and like he wasn't playing the zombies in the main deck. Can you hear me all right?
That's tough.
So he sided into it. And I was like, that's cool. He still got cooked because I had a Regeki break, so it didn't make a thing. But he goes, Zombie World, make Doom Kaiser, Yep, it's acting crazy. All right, we good?
Yeah.
Yep, we can hear you.
So he's Zombie Worlds.
Yeah, so he goes Zombie World. He goes Zombie World, and he makes the Kaiser guy. My microphone is acting crazy.
Yeah, you're in and out. And now you're all right.
Because he thinks sacrilegious to zombies.
Listen, I'm forever calling Doom Kaiser the Kaiser guy. Are you kidding me? Like that's hands down. That is what is coming out of my mouth anytime I synchro summon Doom Kaiser from now on.
Dude, the amount of times I've gotten beaten by that card, so like now I'm just like, yeah, if I play against zombies with Lightsworn, I just side out my Plague Spreader because I don't need to mill it during the end phase and them just go crazy with it.
My favorite usage I ever saw of that card was Prescott. I'm sitting there like watching him go against people in like a Edison pod like 2 years ago, and he goes Doom Kaiser Dragon, and I'm like, oh, I love that card as an ultimate rare, but I don't ever really see it played or because its effect never gets used. And he goes, target your Plague Spreader engraved, and I'm like, oh my god, he's synchro climbing with it, and I'm like, yes,
Prescott's
this is
the goat,
coolest
man.
thing ever. Like, bro, he makes Stardust and then he drops Dark Armed and the dude just scoops, and I'm like, oh my god,
that's fucking excellent.
It was so great. I was like, dude, this is great. I love this.
That's what happens when you play against the goat.
You know what's insane about Doom Kaiser is that he's not when he's synchro summoned. It's literally just when he's special summoned. So you can Mizuki or call the Haunted or put the light.
My favorite interaction.
You know, I actually didn't know that.
Mizuki. Yes, dude, Mizuki Doom Kaiser is absolutely disgusting.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's more disgusting than Revive King Hades off of Mizuki. I do love summoning that card because people are just like, well, my Raiko's dead, my Dandy's dead, my Treeborn's dead. But like,
dude, people try to argue about that too all the time. I see it anytime that card's on the field.
Dude, the amount of times on ladder, that's like one of the reasons I don't like playing zombie on ladders because people don't know the rulings for certain cards, like that one specifically.
They're like, bring my Treeborn back. No, I killed it with Doom Kaiser. Well, it's a different card when it goes to the grave. No.
Yeah. Yeah,
no, that's not how he reads. I promise.
Yeah, let me tell you about the only time that I've ever been mad at Justin was when we had both first started playing Edison, and I wanted to play X Sabers because I like X Sabers, and he was playing the Ancient Gear deck. Well, Ancient Gear Beast does the same thing, so he'd hit my recruiters, and I'm just like, "What do you mean they don't go off?" And he's like, "They don't go off." I'm like, "You don't know what you're talking about." And we just get into like this argument, and this happened for like 3 days straight, and I was just like, "Yeah, I'm not playing against you when you play that anymore." And then I finally found out he was right, and I was like, man, that's crazy. And then obviously that leads into like Revive King doing the same thing and stuff like that. So those cards are insane.
The first time I actually ever encountered that was I wasn't even playing Edison yet. I was playing Goat during COVID, and someone summoned fucking Dark Bolter on me.
Oh yeah, he does that too, right?
Yeah, and they swung into my Magician of Faith, and I was like, oh, no, you're not. I'm like, what do you mean?
What do you mean? I earned it.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, buddy.
Talk about the Kaiser guy. Talk about the Kaiser guy, Peacock.
Yeah. So
Kaiser guy.
It's pretty simple. It was just he just literally makes the Kaiser guy and then brings back something out of my grave, and then whenever he leaves the field, the other thing dies too. So it wasn't like anything crazy, but I got blown away because I was like, man, he really sided a Zombie World.
Yeah, Zombie World Doom Kaiser is absolutely insane. I've done that and stolen like a Christia before. and they're not really happy when you do that.
Oh yeah, no, I would imagine not.
Wait, there's no level limit on Doom Kaiser Dragon?
No.
What the heck, dude?
Just a zombie, bro.
I need to like read my cards,
so
I guess.
One of my favorite things with Zombie World that I was playtesting when I first started playing Edison was playing Zombie Gear Town. And with the soul exchanges and the Red Eye Zombie Dragon, and just being able to steal people's monsters from them after resolving, like going like set Gear Town, set Zombie World, summon Gadgetron from deck, flip up Zombie World, and then summoning out our Red Eye Zombie Dragon, and then just swinging over and starting to steal stuff. It was really, really, really fun deck. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
I think the craziest instance regarding zombies that I've seen, I was at a local, it was Columbia at the time, and they were just playing jank. I came into the side deck one day, and there were literally only like 3 people there. I wasn't even there for Edison, but I saw them playing Edison, and the guy was on this weird ass like Doom Kaiser assault mode list. I don't know if you guys have ever read Assault Mode Doom Kaiser, but he's pretty crazy if you ever like actually get him off. He summoned it and he had Zombie World, and his opponent was actually playing Ancient Gears, and he had like 2 Gadgetron in grave, and Kaiser summons as many as possible from either player's graveyard, and he had Zombie World.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So he goes True Nade, chain assault mode activate to True Nade and make Doom Kaiser assault mode. So resolves, whatever, cool. Doom Kaiser assault mode, summon back 2 Gadgetron, swing for a game. I was like, no, fuck you. that's you're such an asshole. That's
behavior. I love it.
Yeah, that's kind of sick. I definitely am a zombie enthusiast as well. Zombies and X-Sabers are probably my 2 favorite decks. I'm actually thinking about trying to cook something. I don't know if you guys saw I think it was in Frazier's tournament. I don't know if it was the 1K or not, but Maru top with that assault mode, Diva Hero, Turbo thing.
Dude, that deck is awesome with the Arcane Apprentice. Dude, that deck is sick, so Bob.
I want to try and maybe adjust some of that and do kind of like a Diva Hero Vayu Turbo zombie thing. I don't know the logistics behind it, but I think that might be kind of cool. It gives Greffer another use inside of that deck and get your Plague into graveyard for maybe like Book of Lives or something. Yeah. I haven't toyed with it, but...
Well, I've been waiting for someone to bring this up because now I get to say this. All right, Peacock, go on your rant.
Which one?
Is he there?
Not which one.
No, which one? So I brought this deck up to him, and he goes, "This deck is a rant," and then never elaborated. So I need to know the thoughts from someone who's played Diva Hero a lot to see it turned into sort of like a turbo out level 8s, don't run Caius-esque type deck.
I said all I need to say. It's a rant.
Period.
Period.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a rant.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm glad that guy topped with it, because I had some Arcane Apprentices and those things skyrocketed from where they were.
Yeah, they are.
I told Mike the same thing for his New Year's resolution.
Yeah, my New Year's resolution was to learn 2 new decks, which was going to be Frog OTK, and then Forgs came out and just does what Frog OTK does, or Fish OTK, I'm sorry. Forgs just does what that deck does, but better. And then Assault Mode, Frog Slicer's Assault Mode deck, which I kept trying to play, and I kept getting crowed on Assault Mode, so I just threw it in my bulk and didn't touch it until like a week ago.
Dude, that's been coming up a lot in people's like games, chat, community, everything recently. A lot of people aren't playing Crow in the side anymore. Like they're not playing that card as much.
I disagree with it very heavily.
Good, take it out.
I mean, like I see it
as a Light Sworn player. Take him out.
No, I said I disagree. I do not agree with that at all.
I like my pod averages to resolve. Get rid of those crows, please.
I see it happening locally a lot, but I'm like seeing a lot of the lists that top, and people just aren't playing Crow, and I'm like, what? Why?
Some of my friends will ask me before a tournament that we're like both playing in, like, do you think I should side Crow? And I was like, you don't want to ask me that question because I'm just going to tell you no because of what I play. So I was like, use your own judgment.
I think the logic is it's not good into Hero Frog, it's not good into Blackwing is the main logic.
No, I can totally agree with that. I can absolutely agree with that. Like it's that's sound logic. Like why play this when it's not like, good against like two of the best decks?
Yeah, but it's like really good against the best deck.
Yeah.
It also stops you if your deck is weak to deck dev, like that turn 1 deck dev. It stops that. Like that's not happening anymore, unless they open to burial. Like in which case you were getting blown out anyway. Like and they honestly you might not lose now because they just dedicated that many resources to resolving deck dev.
Dude, I honestly love
life savings at Denver.
I love those kind of situations in Edison or old formats in general. I love being able to just say, well, if they had that, then you were going to die anyways. I love being able to chalk it up to that because it makes it so much easier to like deal with the loss or just face the facts of the situation.
Yeah, definitely.
Not to like chat necromancy here, but we were talking about super cool cards that we kind of wish were viable. I have considered trying to do some kind of a weird, what's his name, King Dragoon, the 20, what is he, a 2400 fusion?
Dragoon,
Lord of D, and that Divine Ragnarok.
Yep.
For specifically Black Skull Dragon, because he's just one of the coolest looking cards, and I would love to see him get some viability. And 3200, speaking as an X-Saber player, sometimes that 3100 literally just gets you there.
Let me tell you all about that card.
Could be cool.
I did a video, a Vayu video with Eric Shin, and we get paired up on ladder against this guy, and that's what he's playing. He's playing dragons with Divine Dragon, Ragnarok, and King Dragoon, and we got 2-0'd, and it was bad. It was bad. We never summoned a Vayu Synchro. We got destroyed by that deck.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
I genuinely feel like there's something there. Not being able to target dragons, you get like that and Prime Material Dragon out.
Yeah,
that's pretty tough.
Yeah, it's
pretty tough.
It's like you gotta swing over the Lord of D first for you to do fucking anything.
Yeah, I can't even remember what he ended up doing, but it was like King Dragoon, Quakimeru Drago, and like Prime Material, and I was like, yeah, there's nothing we can do.
Oh my god.
We just go to the next game.
I remember when I was still playing, like, you know, in between locals and being a casual like high schooler, I remember there was a guy that was playing like a King Dragoon Dragon Synchro list, and he was playing the Divine Dragon Ragnaroks, and that spell card, I think it's called Natural Tune, the one that turns vanillas into tuner monsters.
Yeah.
And I got clapped by him turning his Ragnarok into a level 4 tuner and then making Trident Dragion
with
my God. Prime Material and the Ragnarok.
That's
I was like, there's
crazy.
no way I got clapped by this. Yeah, it was hilarious.
That's so crazy.
No, that brings me back to actually my first experience with Edison. I go on ladder for the first time ever. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I haven't played old formats in so long besides GOAT. This is going to be cool. I'm playing like some weird quick draw list because that's what I played during Edison. I loved like Stardust, and I was really excited for Shooting Star to come out. So I was like, well, I'm going to play this until that happens. So I'm going on ladder, and I go against this dude playing dragons. Didn't even know dragons was a thing in Edison at the time. And he draws for turn and goes, activate polymerization. I'm like, okay, let's see what this is. Dude has double masked dragon, exploder dragon, double wyvern, summons 5-headed first turn with hard draw poly.
That guy's the main character. That's why you lost. You played against the main character.
I was like, what? Hold on, 5-headed dragon only require what?
Yeah, my first time playing on
Dragon's Mirror after that.
Oh my god, not Dragon's Mirror. That would be insane.
Oh my god, dude. No, it'd be absolutely ridiculous.
Imagine he does that and you just like brain con one of them. Run them into each other.
That'd be wild.
Let's go.
Can't it not be destroyed unless it's by a light monster?
That is true.
Oh, damn. It cannot. Oh, he's dark, right?
Yeah, he's dark. It can't be destroyed by battle except by a light monster. Yep.
Speaking of cards that people want to be good, I see Peacock put Over Destiny in the chat.
Yes.
This card's insane.
Yes, dude. So I actually have a list for Diamond Dude Turbo that plays this card. I play like the trade-ins and the Destiny Heroes, and then this card, which is pretty sick. So I have a pretty cool list for Diamond Dude Turbo if you want me to share it.
Hell yeah. No, I say that's why we had to get you on here, because I knew that we're like just the same mind frame. Like, I read this card multiple times, and I'm like, this has to be broken.
It's not, but it's okay.
It's such a cool card.
How do we feel about Tuner Scheme?
Tuner Scheme
I
is
think that card slipped on, bro.
Some ancient technology, but I think it could be good.
I think if that assault mode deck picks
I
up
think it's one of my
popularity,
favorite.
Tuner Scheme is going to be really good.
That's true,
Dude,
actually.
So this is a topic that I've been wanting to talk about like forever, but I keep forgetting to every time. The unbridled potential, at least to me, of Battle Fader, like I feel
Deck
like
dev.
it could do so. I know, but I feel like it could do so much more in random fucking decks. Like buying a turn is like so insane to me for some of the decks that just pop off with one extra turn. But I know, of course, it is weak to deck dev.
You can play Fader in Twilight.
I think I like. Sorry.
No, you go. You can go.
I think I like Battle Fader as a card. I like it in like specifically Frog Monarch. It's like probably one of my favorite cards in Frog Monarch. I like it as a 2 of in the main and then siding a third. And then once I know they're not on a deck that plays deck dev, I usually put the third in. And then if they are on deck dev, I'll side them out.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that.
What's kind of funny is that, you know, that new value deck list that was at Chicago, what are they calling it? Nitro Value or whatever?
Nitro Value.
And that does not main deck devs. And then, you know, Blackwing's only main the one. And I've seen several other value lists that have been moving away from double deck dev in the main and only doing the one. So Fader might be able to make kind of a little bit of a comeback, at least for a little while.
I've seen people playing that, and then I've seen people being like they're attacking in like fucking Scrap Iron Scarecrow. I hate going against that card, bro, because you literally have to out it to get rid of it. Like you have to commit something to get rid of it every single time.
Yeah, Scrap Iron's very interesting. I remember the first time someone did that against me. We're playing Amaryllis, and I was like, I didn't even know they played that card. I was like, all right, so anyway, switch Lila to defense mode. Target your Scrap Iron.
Yeah, you posted Level Eater. That's one of my all-time favorite cards. I wish he could be tributed so you could use him with Plasma, but I still think he is untapped and underrated.
Yeah, that card's really cool.
I agree with that. Recently. I agree with that to some degree. I do hate that he can't be tributed. Like it is kind of really annoying, but it's like if he could, you know, it'd just be so ridiculous.
Yeah, Mass Driver.
Yeah, Ethan a while back
Cannon Soldier.
Ethan a while back was asking me about different Diva Hero ideas, and I got to really thinking. And Level Eater can do a lot because Mally and then also Instant Fusion, you have viable things to actually special, like to bring him out reliably, and he doesn't. You don't care if you get DDV'd because he's in the grave. And so you have Mally, you have the Caiuses, you have your Instant Fusion. Like there's a bunch of different things. I've never seen anyone try to cook with him in Diva Hero. I haven't got a list together, but this was the thing I've been thinking about that actually has like viability for it because it gives you a reason to also play 1-for-1 finally. So it's another discard outlet for your Mally. That's not a trap card.
I love playing 1-for-1 in any deck that I possibly can. It's such a cool card.
Yeah, and it's really good for Greffer and Mally or Armageddon Knight as well. The Level Eater, exactly. It's got a lot of utility being a dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
RBT near you.
Yeah, 1-for-1 is so good, man.
I for the longest time thought Level Eater was an Earth, and then when I found out it was a dark, I was like, cool.
Yeah, for some reason I thought it was an Earth.
I literally just realized that he's literally like a level, like the stars for a card. Like he's a bug.
Oh my god, no.
His he's not like a ladybug, but it's like a star.
Part, bro. He's a pun in himself. Yeah, it's so sick.
I didn't realize that.
I love it.
Which it's really funny because there's a false ladybug like insect that also eats other ladybugs that looks like one but is not one.
That sounds like every female spider to their spouse after birth is given. I'm going to eat you now.
It's a really good incentive to just go bang out spiders. You know, if you're a guy spider, it's like, man, I can't wait to get my fucking head bitten off.
No, have you ever seen the life cycle of a Black Widow? Literally, the female has birth, and she's like, "All right, I know you're 4 times bigger than me, and you're completely different color, but we're family, and I'm gonna fucking eat you now."
Yeah, don't praying mantises also do the same thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they do.
Do the guys ever fight back, or they're just like, nah, it's cool, go ahead and murder me?
Yeah, just submissive.
This is the food chain. I'll accept my fate.
I feel like most men don't fight back anyway.
That's true.
I think some men pay extra for it.
Oh no, they absolutely do.
They absolutely do.
They absolutely do. Commentary question. Who would you guys like to bring on as a special guest if you do commentate whatever the next Edison event that okay, thank you so much.
That's sweet.
Well, I don't want to just be a special guest. I want to do what I was originally going to do and be a commentator with you. But
yes,
I saw on the most recent RBET, they were having, instead of just two people, they were having like a person like come in, like Steven or someone else. And I was like, okay, I like 3 people like commentating all at once. Honestly, a lot. Like there's just a lot that can be said, a lot of good advice. Just it's really cool what it offers for people who are like just starting to play Edison, because they're hearing all of the stuff that like maybe they don't know that much about, but they're hearing it from either, a pro player or someone who did well or someone who has like that notoriety. But also like, if you're, on commentary, you're not going to be unknowledgeable about Edison. So that generally speaking, what you hear is something you can trust, in most cases, at least.
In most cases, yeah.
Really, yeah.
In most cases.
Dude, every time I've ever gotten put on comms, it's like I throw out everything I know about Edison format. I'm just like trying to think of my reasons for playing things.
Dude, listen.
No, you get everybody to talk about pizza and you're way good.
That's true.
When Michael first brought me on this, I was like, oh my God, I get to be passionate about my hobby, not just in person. I get to talk about it online. I'm never going to shut the fuck up.
I think I said 3 words in that episode. It was just an hour of Ethan talking.
It literally was.
To talk about your question though, I feel like, and I don't want to say we started that, but we genuinely had guests coming like in and out for the commentary at the Midwest Edison Clash a lot. We had,
they did,
and we did like play interviews, which I've never seen otherwise. But yeah, we had Jeremy Macwan, Jer the Jester. We had Paul Hobbs, aka Ma. We had Dan, Goat Dan from Michigan, Detroit Dan.
Yeah, English Dan.
We had we had Pudding on there. We had Eric Shen, Frazier, Oscar Zelaya.
Bro,
we had all these well-known names. And honestly, man, I had a great time. To me, the best part about Edison, and I know I'm going on a rant here, but the best part about Edison genuinely is the community.
Yeah, definitely agree.
When I played back in the day, right, especially like around this time period, there was a place in Michigan called Pandemonium.
Panda.
It had very good competition, but 1, it was stinky as hell in there, and 2, and more importantly, maybe, everybody was robots, man. There were so many people that just didn't have personality, didn't want to be friendly, didn't want to be like, hey, man, we're a couple boys playing a game. That was, I want to kill you and take all of your cards and eat your liver, right? Like, and there was no personality in it either.
There's definitely some cutthroat communities here in Michigan. I'll say that it's because of the player level. Like most of the players, if you walk into, we'll say, Eternal Games on a Wednesday night here in Michigan, you can't look left or right without seeing someone with at least a regional top 8. You know what I mean? Like everybody in the Michigan community, for the most part, it's really cutthroat up here. You have to basically go to, like you said, an Edison or Goat local to find those like just chill guys,
Yeah.
Well, that's something, going back to what Bob said about like, it was, back in the day, it was like robots. I'm not like the biggest fan of what social media has done to the world, not to get political by any means, but I do love that it has brought so many people together in the sense of just communication and connectivity, because without it, we would not have what we do now. Like, yes, the in-person stuff matters, but the amount of people that we don't even know who are just like people watching this or listening to this podcast, like, etc., just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Reaching people through other means than face-to-face. It's just it's what all brings us all together, and I absolutely love that so much. I've talked about that with Mike a million times, and he's always like, "Oh, it was such a beautiful speech. You did so well."
It is, dude.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, think about it just for what it's done for deck building. Like, a lot of people look at these old deck lists and they're like, "Well, how did this even top?" I'm like, dude, all we had was Pojo.
Yeah,
literally,
that was it.
I don't even think we had TCG player. We had fucking eBay Troll and Toad and Collector's Cash in fucking Kansas City. Like,
MikeLoaded.com.
Yep. Ideal
Toy
Bob.
Whiz.
Yeah.
Toy Whiz.
Literally looking up
Toy
stuff in
Whiz.
the back
Oh my
of Pojo magazine.
Yes.
Like Trident Dragion being like $300 in Pojo magazine.
Oh my God, no. No, something else Bob said though. He mentioned pudding. Dude, I love Sasha so much. Rooting for him, love seeing him on stream, love seeing him do good things. I wanted to see Puddin do so well with those fairies, and he got deck dev resolve 5 times on him and in those games.
It was
and I was
bad.
just like,
Oof.
I was like, how do you like? It was he had deck dev Caius every single literal time. I was I love you, Sasha, but why can't fairies just do something?
I was watching that match and I was hyped
every time.
I was hyped because obviously Sasha's my boy and I also like pudding. And I saw the first one resolve and I just like walked out of the room. I was like, yeah, I know where this is going.
I felt
it's like,
so
no,
bad. Because
dude,
like,
I'm not like, I'm not fighting for Christia to get summoned on somebody and them to win simply because of a floodgate. But at the same time, deck dev is just diabolical against that deck.
Oh yeah, like it's definitely it's the reason I stopped playing Alchemy Fairies. It was I got DD feed for 6 and I was like, yeah, nope, never touching this deck again.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah, I felt so bad watching. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch the match, which is unfortunate because I went back and rewatched the stream after I got home because I had a locals. So I went to my locals and played, and I felt so bad because I saw the whole like, oh, we're getting pudding for Peacock, blah blah blah, and then like pudding had a really nice thing to say, and I was like, man, I didn't get to watch it live. I had to watch it on VOD.
We're coming up on an hour here. It's usually where we cut off, but I don't know if there's anything else you guys wanted to say or talk about like briefly before we shut it down.
Yeah, do you mind if I plug a project?
Of course, go right ahead. Anything you like.
Yeah,
also, you can plug your own channel as well.
Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to Bob the Gamer. That's the main thing. And of course, subscribe to the Edison podcast. Yes. Bob 2028 president.
That's right.
Vice President Gorz.
Casting my vote.
Grandpa Gorz, actually.
Grandpa Gorz, thank you. I'm actually off the cane now, thankfully. But we'll probably be back on it in our late 40s. So we're
Oh, it's because I blew your back out again. That's why. I've already solved future. So
yes. So I have started the Genesis format Discord. We're over 100 members already within the first day, and we are hosting our first Genesis format weekly every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern time.
Very nice. Very cool.
I'm not opposed to what Konami's doing. I think it's cool that they're trying to branch out for people to have something, but them killing Time Wizard for Genesis and then being like, well, this is why we reprinted Mirage of Nightmare in the tins. Don't panic. Like, I thought that was really funny. Obviously, there's 47 billion opinions we can have regarding Genesis format. But at the end of the day, it's drawing more players in.
Yes.
And when it comes to that, what I say means so much less than someone picking up a Yu-Gi-Oh card and saying, I'm going to play this game now.
Yeah, I have a lot of people that I used to play with that I was on a team with. Like when I was on Team Shiba Cat way back in the day, they're coming back. Like a lot of these players, Tyler Dentry, Jimmy Gray, they're coming back to play. It's bringing a lot of the older like pro scene back, and it's bringing a lot of the casual people that just want to play their cool archetype. Like I've been playing on ladder all day. I've been maintaining my top 200 status in Genesis rated all day, and I've been testing Exo Sister, and that's like one of my favorite decks that I just can't play in advanced because they made a better version of it. So it's like, it's great to see that you can literally just play whatever you want.
They have a rated ladder already?
Yeah, there's a ladder, and there's also already a system for points on DB.
That's wild.
I will say this: I can't see Konami anytime soon doing more than 100 points for like the really big events, because I've had friends being like, "Oh, well, let's up the point count to 500." I'm like, why? I mean, I get why you're doing it for fun, but don't do it to practice or like be good against what's going to become the meta, because they're not going to. They're going to give you 100 points. They're going to make it as competitive as they can. So like, you doing 500 so you can have full power Exodia, which you can do that with way less than 500, by the way, if you're really resourceful.
They already did a points update too, which means they're staying on top of it.
Yeah, no, they are. I saw Shifter went from 5 to 10. Cool. It should go to 100. Fuck that card. I know you love Exo Sisters. But I fucking hate that card.
Me playing Exo Sisters, I just want to Shifter them and make a rank 4.
I love Shifter's new errata. I saw 2029. It says can only be played in Exo Sisters. Grandpa Gorz.
That's my first change. My first change, folks, is gonna be making it to where Shifter can be played at 3 as long as you're on Exo Sister.
It's going to be big. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be ranked 4.
It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be the best deck.
Make Shifter great right now. Movement. Make sure Trump. Trump is what's happening right now. 2 Trump impersonations.
I understand the joke. I'm just saying in the context of it.
That's it. That's the entire campaign. It's Yada and Shifter. That's literally all we're running on.
Bob the gamer. Bob the gamer, everybody. China.
Now, let me tell you something. China, they don't have players like us. We've got great players here. Amazing players.
They're the best players.
Edison over there.
I hate how good this is.
I like that clip of Trump where he's like, we're going to do so much winning, you might get tired of winning.
I don't know, man.
That's a good one. You might get tired of it. Every time I play Value Turbo, you're gonna have so much winning, you might get tired of it.
That's the truth.
It's great.
That's the truth. Hey, listen, I want to bring back Bob and Gorz for a part 2 of this. We'll do it in a few weeks if they're down, and we can talk about Genesis format. I think that would be a really fun topic.
Yeah, I'm super down. So.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. For the record, subscribe to Gorz as well if you guys have not, and as well as this podcast if you haven't. It's been great having you guys, even though literally I feel like we have not talked about anything that we talked about talking about. We all just have been ranting this entire time.
Yeah, we just old man
we
rambled
talked
for
about
an hour.
for like a solid 20 minutes.
that tends to happen though. I mean, like that's the best part of it though. It's just being ourselves and just providing quality content, as I like to say.
It's literally that's the whole bit itself. It's like, okay, guys, here's what we're gonna do. Here's the plan, and then we just don't stick to that plan at all.
Everything
kind of feels like a D&D campaign where it's like, all right, cool. How are we gonna deal with the dragon? And then you just run face into the dragon and literally don't do anything you talked about doing.
Everything always goes off the rails.
I seduce the dragon every time.
But yeah, as far as plugging stuff goes, other than the channel, and I don't want to speak for Gorz here, but I'm going to because he's my VP, Grandpa Gorz. If you guys are interested in having myself or Gorz go on commentary, I think that that's entirely doable. We had a great time at Midwest Edison Clash. We became fast friends. I gave him candy, and now we're doing a podcast together. So that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
He Pavloved me with Tic Tacs.
That's right. I love bombed him.
I love that. Okay,
so,
guys.
yeah, I'm always willing to commentate. So thank you.
Yeah, no, you guys killed it at that. I had so much fun, and like I'm always in there chatting. But it was just you guys made it exceptionally fun. It was a great time.
You did. Guys did an excellent job.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm messaging Louis Aguilar right now. Next RBET Matt, Gorz drawn as a grandpa, 90 years of age.
Instead of his sword, it's a big cane.
Oh my gosh.
I love that. All right, guys. I think that's all we have for this episode. Once again, thank you guys so much for sitting down here with us. And make sure you like the video, drop a comment if you want to see the part 2. I mean, we're going to do it anyway, but just hearing the support means a lot. So that's all we have for you guys on this one. We'll catch you on the next one. This is Mike from the Edison Club signing out.
Hamster Ryko Caius, Hamster Ryko Caius. I go check the pairings, I'm like, don't know who this guy is. Hamster Ryko Caius, Hamster Ryko Caius. 2-0 every round, man, and I ain't even trying. It's just Hamster Ryko Caius, Hamster Ryko Caius, Hamster Ryko Caius.